I'm Luke Monster, and today we do have a ton of Star Wars The Black Series news to go over, and also Vintage Collection news, and that's because we are covering everything that was revealed at the Star Wars Fan First Wednesday livestream today. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Real quick, if you're not subscribed or you're new to the channel, we are actually doing a giveaway. Once we hit 5K, I'm giving away this ARC Trooper Echo, so make sure you are subbed to the channel to enter. And on to the news. So we're going to start off with Black Series and then move into Vintage Collection last. So starting off with Black Series, the first reveal is actually a Gaming Greats figure, and I am super happy about this. 100% the best figure that was revealed, and it is actually the Gaming Greats 501st Jet Trooper from Battlefront 2. The crowd goes wild because it's freaking awesome. It is on the old clone body, surprisingly, but it's not the end of the world because it is actually on the Rex arms, or the Rex body, which means it's going to be a good body for articulation, because the original clone body sucks. It's awful. But since it is on the Rex body, it's going to have good articulation, and it's going to be actually manageable compared to the old body, which is really bad. I absolutely love the paint on this. It looks like they did use the Bad Batch Imperial clone. I'm sorry, the Imperial Elite Squad agent as the helmet mold for this, because it is not the original clone mold for the helmet. But from everything down, it looks like the Rex mold. And then they did actually put a peg hole in the back for the jetpack, which is pretty cool as well. This guy looks really cool, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. My only complaint is that, like I said, it is a GameStop exclusive, but because of that, it doesn't come with a ton of accessories, which does kind of suck. It does come with a jetpack, and it looks like it comes with one pistol. Like, if I was going to pick accessories for this, I think the rocket boosters for the jetpack are not a necessity, but are pretty high up on that list. And if they aren't going to do the rocket boosters, 100% they should have done the rocket launcher, as the Jet Trooper uses the rocket launcher as his alternate weapon. So that would have been my only two weapons, I guess, but they didn't include any of those extra accessories, and it is a little bit of a shame because you're paying what GameStop's exclusive prices, which is like $26-7 for a figure, and you're not getting really the exclusive accessories out of it. But next up that was revealed is actually another credit collection line, and I don't like it. I mean, the first figure up is Beskar Mando, so I'm actually happy with this one. I like this one. I think it does look like a purple crayon threw up on Mando, but it's not the end of the world. It looks alright. I absolutely love the card back for this guy. It looks absolutely amazing. One of my favorite card backs for any Black Series figure altogether. It just looks insane. And I think worst case scenario, if you buy this figure and you don't want to use it as an actual Mando figure, you can throw it in the background as like a nameless Mandalorian or a Death Watch Trooper, something like that. As just some more Mandalorian army builders, or hey, worst case scenario, you buy it and you don't want to keep it that paint, you can paint it a whole another color, make it a custom Mandalorian character. But I'm alright with this one. It's not the end of the world. The other three or four are the ones I don't like. Next up is Quel, and this is bad, like really bad. They barely changed any of the colors. Like, it's similar, but it's like off colors with a little bit of green here and a little orange, and it just looks odd. It doesn't really look like the title credit or the end credit, which is what it's based off of. And another thing, the end credit here is awful. It looks so ugly. I absolutely hate this card back. It does not look good, and Quel doesn't even match the card back. I mean, obviously it is hard to make out Quel on the card back, but even from what I can tell, it just does not match him. And this is a figure that pegworms so hard already. Imagine a credit collection, a credit collection Quel, and how that'll pegworm. Fortunately, it is actually a exclusive, so it's not going to pegworm your stores, which I guess is the one good thing for it being exclusive, but it's also one of those things like they just wasted a figure spot making this instead, I feel like. And that goes along with the next one, which is also Greef Karga. Again, love the Greef Karga character. It's an underrated figure, but it pegworms so hard. And now you're just making a weird colored version of Greef Karga. I think the card back's alright on this one. It's not as good as the original Mandalorian or the Beskar Mando, but this one's alright. I will give it that. But the colors for actual Greef Karga sucks. Like the purple, vest, cloak thing doesn't work. I know it's based off the credit, and I have respect for that, but it doesn't look good. Now I can see why they changed it, and I'm trying to be as I guess optimistic as I can, but like if the original Grief Karga pegworm, this one's gonna pegworm even harder. So another reason why it is good, it's an exclusive. Grief Karga, I believe, is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I know Mandalorian is actually an Amazon exclusive. So yeah. After that is actually Moff Gideon. This is the one I absolutely hate the most because this Moff Gideon figure is an absolute joke. They're like, wow, this is a pretty cool end credit, but it looks exactly like how the character turned out in the show. So let's just change the color of it. So Moff Gideon in the actual credit is like we see him in the show, just a black armor. It looks really good. I like the credit for this. It looks fine. And then they go ahead and make the figure blue. Why is it blue? The credit is black. Why is Moff Gideon blue? It does not match. The only thing that this guy has going for it is the Darksaber has more white on it than the previous one, which is, this one's the previous one on in the background here, and there's very little white, and it looks really odd. Where this one actually has white in the Darksaber, so it'll look more like the Darksaber is in the show. But that's the only thing going for it, because the figure sucks. The card back's mediocre. It's not anything special. Yeah. And after that is the Armorer. And this one, like, they barely changed the color at all. Like, whenever I saw the rumors for that this being a credit collection figure, the figure, like, the end credit is very, very similar to the actual color of the how it turned out in the show. So, like, it's very similar. I guess this might be one of those figures, like, if you missed out on the original release, this is a good way to get the figure, but it's so similar that I feel like it's not really worth a pickup. But also they're like, well, the jetpack is a big part of this end credit scene, so we're gonna include the jetpack. Well, it's the wrong jetpack, so it's not effective. Like, I understand if in the end credit scene it was the exact same jetpack we get the accessory for, but it's not even the same jetpack, and it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I like that they're including extra accessories like the jetpack, but it's not effective if it's not the exact same jetpack in the end credit scene. And then the last Black Series reveal that was actually at the live stream for figures. There was another figure that was revealed before the live stream, but the last one that was actually revealed at the live stream is the Mando build-up pack. And we've been speculating on what this figure could be for a long time, and I know a lot of people disappointed with what it actually turned out to be. I'm actually very happy with it. I thoroughly like what they chose, and it is the Muddy Mando from the Mudhorn fight. And I've been asking for this figure since day one of my YouTube channel, because my first video was the Mandalorian number, I believe, 97 review, or whatever number it was, and I'm like, dude, we really, really need a Muddy Mando variant of this, and they finally made it, and they went, I guess, somewhat an extra mile, and they decided, instead of just repainting the original Mandalorian figure, they made the mold for, like, the damaged armor, and it looks so good. I really like what they did with this. They, I guess, created some kind of new technology for applying paint to make it look like it is muddy and have layers and stuff, and I'm really happy with that. And it also comes with a close-eyed Baby Yoda and the original Pram, which I much prefer the original Pram. Don't get me wrong, I like this Pram too, but the original Pram is the one I think is just the most eye-catching for what we already saw in The Mandalorian, I guess. And I'm happy with this set. There's two things that I wish they had changed differently. One is the gauntlet on, I believe it is the left hand of Mando. That should be damaged. If you do remember in The Mandalorian, he gets attacked by the Blurg, and his gauntlet is damaged, and by the time he's still fighting the Mudhorn, it's still damaged at that time. So 100% they should have given him the damaged gauntlet just to go with that muddy damaged look. It would have, like, it's not a huge detail, but it would have, I guess, improved the figure so much. Another thing that I wish they would have done is given him more accessories. I mean, in that fight scene with the Mudhorn, he uses his flamethrower a ton, so I think a flamethrower would have been a great accessory for this. And I also think that they should have given him the knife. I feel like the knife is a huge part of the Mudhorn scene. He uses it to kill the Mudhorn. So that should have been an accessory as well. It does come with the egg, which I'm super happy about. The egg's great, and it's gonna, I feel like the price of the off-world Jawa is gonna skyrocket now. But yeah, the egg is great. I just wish it would have come with a few more accessories, considering it is a build-up pack. And knowing Target, they're gonna charge like $38.99 for the set, and it's going to be ridiculously expensive and come with less accessories than the original Mando build-up pack. So it is what it is. It's just a little frustrating. And then the last Black Series figure for today is actually the Yavin Ceremony Leia. This one is still going to get a singular release in the later waves of the Black Series with the Ponda Baba and Dr. Ezevan. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, so, but so she will get a single release later in that, but she's getting a Power of the Force release here very, very soon. She will be an exclusive to Hasbro Pulse, and yeah, I think she looks really good. I do love the pinless look for the joints, and she turned out really well. I don't know if this is one I'm going to pick up. I think I'll pick it up just so I can put it next to Ceremony Luke, and Ceremony Luke doesn't look so lonely in my case, in my display, but that might be the only reason I pick her up. Like, she's a nice looking Leia figure, but I don't think I have a whole lot of real estate on my shelf for Leia figures. But, you know, Leia just isn't my top priority. And then they also did an announcement for the Archive Wave 6. It is a pipeline, so they didn't show any images, which kind of surprised me since it's an Archive Wave. They already have images of the characters. Why didn't they just show those? But they just showed images of the actual characters instead of the figures. And I'm disappointed, to say the least. First up is Dengar. Dengar I'm super happy with. Dengar needed a re-release, and it's so good that we're finally getting a release of him. Yeah, he's going to be good. Next up is A New Hope C-3PO. And I'm alright with this. I know they're trying to re-release all the New Hope figures, but C-3PO is like a $20 figure. He's not very expensive, and this isn't updating any photo reel at all, so I feel like it's a waste of an archive figure, considering that you could go and buy him off eBay or Amazon for like $20. And also, you know, an expensive figure that's also a droid from A New Hope that they could have re-released, R2-D2. That figure is like 80, 90, $100 on the aftermarket, and is in much need of a re-release compared to C-3PO. But that's just my opinion. Sorry if I do sound stuffy. I do have a super stuffed up nose right now, so I'm sorry about that if that's bothering you at all. But next archive pipeline reveal is Safeguard Lando. And 100% this is the best Lando figure we've ever gotten, but it's a waste of an archive spot. He is $20 on Amazon right now. You can go buy him. He's a very cheap figure, and he already has photo reel applied. So you're just wasting an archive re-release spot. There's so many other figures I could have done. Slave Leia, Boosh Leia. I know I said I don't have a lot of room for Leias on my shelf, but both of those I'd buy. And, you know, there's so many figures that don't have photo reel updates that they could easily do a re-release of. And then last up is the Emperor, which is a great re-release, except for the fact that they're archiving the original Emperor and not the throne version. And if you don't know the difference, the original Emperor has like zero articulation from the waist down. It's really bad. Like, it's really bad. So you know, it would have been so easy for them just to do the throne Emperor and just archive that one instead. But no, they're gonna do the original Emperor with a photo reel, and that just blows my mind. Like, you already have an Emperor mold that is so much better. Why not archive that one instead? But I don't even know at this point. Anyway, guys, this is actually already like a 13, 14, 15-minute video. So I'm going to put Vintage Collection off until another video, which will be out later today as well. So once that is out, I'll pin that in the card for you guys to go watch. But I just don't want to make a 20-minute video for you guys to watch. It's a pain to edit and upload and everything. So we're going to split it up into 2 separate videos. So yeah, go watch that one. It'll be out very soon if you are watching this as soon as it is out. Or if you're watching this a few hours later, it should already be out. And I'll pin that in the card right now for you guys to go and check out. But yeah, let me know, what do you guys think of these reveals? I love the Jet Trooper and I love the Muddy Mando. Other than that, Credit Collection sucks and Archive sucks. So it is what it is, but I'm a little disappointed. I was really hoping we would get some word on the next wave of like main release Black Series, considering that every single thing released in this live stream is an exclusive. Very frustrating. Everything, I guess if you did watch to the end of the video, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but everything here is going up for pre-order tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time at their dedicated stores. If you don't want to pick those up, go to those stores at 1 p.m. and you should be able to pre-order it. But yeah, I like the Jet Trooper is great. Muddy Mando's acceptable. It might be overpriced, but I think it's definitely worth it. But yeah, the other stuff is just really frustrating. I know, but now that we have Ponda Baba and Dr. Ezevin, and now Ceremony Leia, we have half of that next Black Series wave already that have been rumored. We have images of the figures, but we have no official announcement of that wave yet. So figure that one out, I guess. I don't even know. But yeah, that is gonna do it for the video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.